Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back with another video with Linksy. Today we have something unique. We have Legido with us, the Chariot Master, and well, say hi, Legido.
Hey guys, how's everything?
And yeah, well, he's basically going to eat a lot of really tasty Celtic warriors, Massilian forces, as we're just going to try out and test out different impacts by the chariots and horses as we go along. We're also going to discuss a little bit on how to best to use your chariots and how to pull through with your chariots, which is literally the only unit apart from elephants that is designed to pull through, especially these sighted chariots. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, just start massacring the troops. I'll just observe.
All right. So pretty much before I do that, just like a quick explanation or like guidance on how to use the chariot in the first place. So this first scenario that we have set up, we have some Celtic warriors, and those are usually like a pretty prime ideal target for chariots, especially if you're side chariots. You ideally want to attack from the flanks or from the rear, and on very lightly armored units or loosely formation units. Like you don't want to charge directly head into hoplite walls, but we'll go through that scenario as it goes.
Yeah, the first one, it's basically six Celtic warriors. They're kind of facing the. No, you can charge. You can charge.
So pretty much what I'm going to do, this is what we mean by clicking through. Like you don't want to spam click like one unit, and like if it's cavalry or shock cavalry, what you want to do is click on the opposite side of the map, and or somewhere behind that formation, and then just keep clicking, 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 and then bouncing through units as required. So here's a quick demonstration. I'll be clicking literally all the way to the other side of the map where the red line barrier is. I'm just going to keep clicking that, clicking that, clicking that as I'm making contact with the formations. And we'll see the damage briefly. Fortunately, a small amount of lag.
Yeah,
So as soon as I hit the wall, spam click.
and they're going through. And this kind of happens. It's because the chariots are one of the few units which have decent mass in. As you can see, the warriors are melting on my side. They're absolutely just going down.
Also, don't be, because some people ask me all the time, they'll say, like, oh, should I kill one of those units outright and try to deal with that one at a time? Like, I never recommend doing that. Like, what you want to do is sweep down a formation like this. You don't want to focus, like, trying to kill one because you'll get enveloped and attacked and killed or whatever. So you want to completely go through the formation, spam click around again, and then pick up whatever stragglers that you didn't finish off, come in for round two, and depending on the size of the formation, like, you could be going clicking all the way down one line, or you could be bouncing back between different formations, like or different like parts of the formation, like this.
And as you can see, it basically just absolutely annihilated those six units. One of them already broke completely. There are 700 kills on that chariot. Now, like a good counter to the chariot would have been if the Celtic warriors were facing it and threw their javelins. And this is why Legido was saying about the cavalry. You need the cavalry to distract and make sure you get that flanking charge. Because it's a bit harder when you're charging, which I believe is the next one.
Yeah,
You're
like in
charging the
in real
front.
life, and like in a real like normal battle, like this would never be this ideal. Like this is just a small section of what a line formation might like appear to be, but you're never gonna get that lucky. Like you don't want to charge head on with your chariots because you're gonna get Pila throwed, and one or two Pila volleys will instantly rout your chariots, so they're very easily counterable. So what you want to do, that's why we had these mock cavalry on the flanks, is because what you want to distract their attention, you want to force lines to break up, you want them to scatter, you want them to like have complete chaos, and then that's when the chariots go in and you get 1,000 kills in less than a minute.
Yep, you're at 900 kills there. Later on, we'll give you a snack of Celtic slingers. Maybe now we show them the impact on going in front facing Celtic warriors which have pylon, and so
Okay.
to show how like it might not always work if you're charging straight on into a unit.
Okay. So if you want to turn fire at will on the next formation,
Yep,
we'll demonstrate that.
and feel free to come charging in.
Yep. All right. Coming.
Let's say I managed to see that he was charging me, and I was in time to put my soldiers facing forward, and They should get their Pila ready, and again, this is absolutely ideal. This Chariot unit did not have any support whatsoever, and this is why it completely got decimated with 2 Pila throws. And as strong as the Chariot is, just killed 6 units, it now got routed.
So yep, that was a perfect demonstration of how not to use the Chariots. So turn fire at will off again, because I'm going to put another chariot in front of you just to show like how you would go about that.
Yeah.
And then you can turn fire at will on again after. Like,
No. You have a lot more to go through. Chariots, sighted chariots, you can only get 4 of. So yeah, you can take this as a snack for the blood god.
All right. So this is what you would do instead. If you have the ability to have the cavalry on the flanks, you're going to want to charge in. You want to disrupt the lines. You want them to take the first Pila volley. As seen in this example coming up right here, have the lines get all chaotic, have the feints, make them disrupt their formations, and then
You pull back.
now the lines are all disorganized, and then I can come in with the chariots. Now they can't reform in time, and then I can do the damage. And then if you can really micro yourself, you can use the cav to support the other side, and then start clicking through.
And this way you kind of, you're destroying everything they have. You're not giving them a chance to react.
Ever form up ever. And now I'm gonna start ping-ponging with the other cavalry, so that way that formation can never get rebuilt. It's also a good way just to practice microing and ping-ponging around with your cavalry units.
You still will lose a little bit of your chariots, as you can see. Some of them are dying, but nothing compared to what the enemy is losing. And these are 4 units. Oop. This one was not meant to be on fire at will. But yeah, four more units, and it was just, running around with the cavalry. The Egyptian horse barely took any damage. An Egyptian horse is so cheap in this case compared to the side chariots, and Celtic warriors are 250 gold each, and it's paying back when you get so many kills with such an expensive unit. Alright, I think it's time to start showing off against stronger units. I'll pull these out. They might even...
Yeah. Those were the most ideal units.
Yep. And then you're facing...
There is no perfect scenario.
Yeah. Then you often time facing Thorax Swordsman or, being a shield formation and hoplites. And the thing about these type of units is they're more heavily armored, and automatically they're just stronger and deal, they're disciplined, they stay in formation much more, and they're tightly packed. So even if he charges again through them, it will be harder for him. Just wheel around and slam in the sides.
Also, whenever you're facing chariots, you want to go into shield wall or like a phalanx formation, like at any moment you can. If you're about to take a charge from chariots, even if they're charging from the flank or from the rear, you'll still take a lot of damage. It'll force the chariots to not be able to pull through, and then you can envelop them with another unit.
Julie just gave me an idea. I'm moving the second group of Thorax Swordsmen into a clump, because that is also another counter to chariots. It's when you clump up units to the point where they cannot move through. So, theoretically speaking, we haven't tested it. This is for science. He should be able to charge through the first 3 easily, but get stuck in the second group. Feel free to charge in.
We'll test it now.
It's all for science. For good old science. And they're off. So again, automatically, it's just harder for them to pull through, and where before you could see the Celtic warriors melting, the Thorax Swordsmen are just offering so much more resistance. They're still dying. It's just it's taking a while longer for them to die. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Losing chariots too.
you are,
Yeah. Lost one.
but yeah, you kind of made it through. And keep in mind the difference between these is that Celtic warriors have 55 health, whereas these guys have 60. But the armor difference is just absolutely insane. And this is about the blopping up. Like no matter what you do, unless you have like elephants going on rampage, you'll never be able to break through stacked units like this. And this is why stacked units in competitive gameplay is often not looked favorably upon.
So, yep. As you can see, this doesn't work. So stack units and make sure that you have javelins and skirmisher abilities nearby.
Pretty much.
Also, chariots are very good counters. I wouldn't say very good counters, but they will counter like light horse and light cav if you can actually catch up to them. Like, but I wouldn't highly recommend it. That was just more of like a note for your bag of tools.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, no. Before charging the Thorax Swordsman head on the next group, because they are in shield wall formation, maybe charging the rear of hoplites to show the like hoplites are not in like they're not something you should completely disregard. But if you can manage like a good rear charge into them, they are as strong as they are in the front. They're their Achilles heel is their rear, and they don't do very well. Well, if you want to attack them, it's
Yeah, I'm gonna go behind you.
they're already facing
This one.
they're already facing your giving you
Are they?
yeah. But again, for the blood god. We need to find a way like a mod that allows you to get like full chariots. And these are the basic hoplites, but as you can see, just smashes through them. And this just goes to show the importance of a good rear charge. And once you disrupted the formation of these hoplites, and now like these hoplites are very similar to the Thorax Swordsman in terms of armor and health, but look how easily they got destroyed from a good rear charge. And it just does so much more, instantly almost shattering them.
Keep in mind the higher tier unit that you're charging into, like another hoplite unit, like let's say those were shield bearers and they were in shield wall, that would have not happened.
Yeah, especially if they have expert charge defense. That's something you need to look out for. And it's also sometimes good to charge in. And with regards to light units, you can keep going through. But with regards to these, it's sometimes a good idea to just pull out slightly again and get the charge bonus, hitting them again in the rear. Because it does make a massive difference. The Chariot has a charge bonus of 45. Yep, 45. Which is 45 extra attack. You can charge this straight into the sides of these Thorax Swordsmen if you want. These are in a shield formation, which adds just a little bit extra armor and melee defense. But it's going to show the difference on even before. Like, look how more tightly packed they are. But of course, they still will die if you charge them from the side. And, the flanks are just so important in any total war game. Like, once you get the flank exposed, you really just do so much damage. I think those chariots deserve a little good snack. If you want to go kill those slingers just for the memes before we do the final battle.
Alright. Pull out of here. I don't want to lose these chariots.
Okay, I'm gonna move my troops away.
Okay, and since you guys are all nice, good YouTube people, we're gonna kill these slingers for you and then forget the sublinks after.
Yeah, pretty much. These are just a sacrifice for the blood god. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Just putting it in nice cinematic view. I think there are almost 1,000 people here, packed up. Just chariots were a truly terrifying thing, especially in the Bronze Age. In the Roman era, they were kind of dying out, They're a remnant from the Hellenistic Persian period, but still, just absolutely insanely strong. I'm actually gonna take a screenshot of this once they hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to invent a term for this. We should start calling this kneecapping.
Pretty much, yes. Oh, just so you can see, look at the unit's health just melting. Oh my lord. And honestly, jokes aside, this is one of the best usage you can get for your chariots. It's like sneaking around in the rear with one or two light horse defending them, and smashing into the missile line of the enemy. Like, how many kills did you get there? Like 1,000? Pretty much.
Right, yeah, 1,000 right here.
And instantly routing of so many units. Again, it's the ideal situation. It's very difficult to get an enemy this unaware, but so, people get unaware, especially either super early in the game or late in the game when there's a micro-intensive battle. They're on top of the walls. They're taking care of their artillery. That's when you want to sneak in a good charge and attack. There are a total of, I think, 100 something that survived.
I'll let them go for now. So we can move on to like this mock battle.
So yeah, this is just formation from my end that I thought would be very good against cav charges and just taking the full brunt of his army. Now his army is automatically better than mine because he has Ptolemaic cav, lots of different cav areas, and his mobility is twice the size of speed of mine. I'm moving away all the side units, all the remnants, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Like, I'm gonna let him reform his lines, and then we'll charge in. It seems he might even get a snack on these hoplites. They're moving out of the way. Oh boy. Another thing is units. Actually, that's a good thing to show. Units which are moving are unbraced, and units that are unbraced, this is what happens to them.
Extra damage.
Pretty much, yeah. And they don't react. They don't show their pilas. So you kind of wish to see the units not moving. Although they seem to be doing really well because the chariots are tired. I mean, who wouldn't be tired after 1,200? That's a small settlement worth of people.
Oh, they killed the chariots. I'm surprised.
Yeah. I mean, they are bonus versus
Just
large.
hoplites.
Yeah. But it's still
Just hoplite. That still was a frontal charge.
that amount of damage that they got shouldn't have happened. All right.
Alright, this one is going to be a combination of everything we just mentioned, so we're just going to let it play out as if this was a normal match, right?
And I am allowed to retaliate. That's the best
Yes.
part.
So if you have things on not on fire, I will turn them back on.
Yep.
Play this out as if it was for real.
Feel free to start charging at me whenever you want.
Just fixing hotkeys real quick.
Oh boy, I'm so dead. Absolutely dead. So wait, what do you have? You have a bunch of Egyptians, Ptolemaic cav coming from the side. What I'm doing here is I'm organizing myself. It's kind of a new box, but it's not. I'm just trying to protect all of my flanks because I see that he's moving in from every angle. And that is, it's something to make you a little bit anxious. They only have so many pila and so much missile units here. And what he's doing is he's creating 4 pockets. So at any point in time, if there's a weakness in my formation, which I just might have done, he'll just charge in and ruin my day.
Also, this is like not necessarily a chariot thing, but it goes back to the usage of cav. Like, don't be afraid to be patient. Don't just charge right in like at every moment. Like sometimes you might want to do a couple of circles, a couple of feints in order to in order to force like a pocket to collapse or to expose itself, and then that's when you want to strike from there.
And if you're defending against it, try to, oh boy, try to make sure your units are not on, like at least that they are on guard mode, because otherwise they start running out after everything. This feels like the last stand of the 300.
This is more like Custer's last stand.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, against the cavalry. Yeah, completely surrounded. Oh, that's why they're not fighting. Oops. There they are. I accidentally forgot them on melee mode so that they wouldn't attack you. And it's coming. Ah, shit. Yeah. Legido goes silent, he's in full.
So pretty much what I did is I pretty much like made the formation I wanted, and I drag clicked in order to get it inside.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I prioritized the skirmishers at that point because they're the biggest threat to everything I have.
once my skirmishers die, I'm pretty much out of this.
And now I'm bringing up some shock cav in order to help loosen up that formation a little bit more. Chariots are starting to get into position, looking for a good moment to send them in. Right now it's not an ideal moment.
Oh my god. This is turning painful. He's not really softening his punches right now. Yeah, that unit is gone. And something that happens is sometimes units break but don't shatter. And that's when you kind of want to chase after them with your cavalry and pin them down, making sure that they don't come back.
Alright, so now he's been distracted. Chariots are gonna go in. He's making himself a huge target here. I can just run right down the line. Still gotta remember to micro everything else.
And I am not giving him that many options to, you know, open up. I'm trying my best to kill any unit that get caught. Like,
Getting my chariots out.
did I at least kill one of them? Whew.
So I got the chariots out of there. I'll have them all alive.
At least those were in good formation. Jesus Christ. Come on. Throw your pilas. Oh my lord. And this is what he was meaning by you have to take your time. Like, legit. I'm just pulling these out because assume they're dead. Like, he's slowly attacking me. Yes, he's taking some damage on his light cav, but in really and truly, who's taking the damage? It's me. Because my units.
If I prioritize all those skirmisher ability units, then everything I have will be 10 times more powerful. And now he's gonna collapse on me, which is ideal. You don't want to have too many breaches because then the cap's just gonna wreak havoc.
Yeah, like capturing the cav is one of the easiest ways. Just make sure that it's closed inside your box.
I see this unit's moving, it's pretty weak, so this is gonna be my next target, Thorax Swordsman.
Like, that charge didn't do much out of the blue, but it does hurt. I clicked it on the wrong one. Oh my god, my lines are falling. And he's completely collapsing on me now. And it's done. My formation has been completely ripped apart now. And my army is just dying. Like, there's no other way of saying it. It doesn't seem like it's dying on my end, because again, these units take so much damage. But I am not doing anything to his troops at all. Like I think I had uploaded this a month ago now, but there was a video where someone using Masilla corner camped, and it took Essence, I think 40 minutes, but Essence utterly ripped his camp apart using just cavalry. And like corner camping, like actually he was edge camping, so basically had less sides to defend than me. He had more hoplites and more missile units, and he still got absolutely annihilated. Like, these frontline charges just do so much, and if he really wanted, Legido could be charging me again like multiple times from every area, and like slowly these guys are dying.
I'm trying to break one little section at a time to the point where he either can't close up fast enough that I can get inside, or I can just do this and maintain my patience and just make him lose everything this way. Like, every charge, I'm probably killing about 20 guys and losing like 2 or 3 guys to volley.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, that unit went from 120 to just so low, and most of my Pila here like missed.
Speed this up a little bit, hit him from multiple sides at once.
Oh, okay, I got a really good shot there. It worked. But at what cost? Because I opened up my flank and...
This isn't supposed to be a cav demonstration, so here's where I'm going to put in those chariots, because this is as most chaotic as it can get. He's not going to be able to deal with the chariots head on at this point.
No, not at all. Like, my formation is completely out of whack. And if I put any of my other units, like, honestly, this was the only unit that I had free, and it's got charged as well. My slingers will break, my hoplites are breaking, and this is the end. And you saw the amount of micro I had, like... Yes, this is not a full army, this is something you'd have at the end of the game. But if you have a couple of cavalry units at the end of the game and a couple of infantry units, because that's another thing. If you have infantry units holding the units in the front, you cannot really pull back the same way you can with cavalry. Cavalry just gives you that extra little punch. My general is almost dead. Just, yeah. My lights are breaking. Don't know how you guys are still up. Kill those bloody chariots now. And his general's charging as well. If you want to play with cav factions, it's good to get the nomadic culture pack. But if you really want your chariots, the desert pack is the one for you, because they all get some form of chariots or other. My general is gone, and my army is routing. So that's pretty much GG. I hope this was useful. It was definitely fun, especially seeing all these slingers over here getting murdered, and the Celtic warriors. And at the same time, Legido got to utterly destroy a lot of my troops with cav charges, which is always fun.
Chariots are amazing. That's what we learned today.
They are. But again, like in every game, and this is something that needs to be like understood to a certain extent. Like, people have this idea that, oh, there's this one amazing epic unit. In this game, every unit has a counter. Like, there isn't a unit that doesn't have a counter. The question is, if you bring it or not to the battlefield when you're going multiplayer. That's honestly the only chance of saying, like, listen, this was a bad matchup for us. But it's just a bad matchup because you didn't outplay your opponent, like with the mind games at the start of the game. Because, I mean, if I had enough archers, if I had some pikemen, some more hoplites, if I engaged my entire army against his, I would have beaten him. Um, like this was meant for me to lose, but just to show you like how how to use your cavalry. And most people would just bunch up like like I did here, and just sit there. But you have to constantly keep moving. Your slingers, your archers, your missile units, they need to be targeting down his Ptolemaic cav, the chariots, and taking that out. And that's how you would defend against a cav slash chariot, sally, or land battle. Whereas the rest, I think he's coming for the rest now. Um,
We can do that if we want, or
no, I think I'm gonna concede at this point because my men are just running away. But
all right.
yeah, let's see the results. Honestly, I want to see how many kills you managed to get. I think I had something like 6,000 units, and I'll close the video with this. Yeah, I lost 4,500. You
My
got
game crashed.
oh, your game crashed. All right. Well, I'll take a screenshot for you. But honestly, this is just goes to show how some good cavalry. He had 1,000 units. I had 6,000, and yes, I was setting up my units for him to charge them. But you can get those opportunities if you take your time during the game, and if you just move your units around. If you someone even the best people make mistakes, like even someone who is top tier, like like Assens, like Gato, like Crag, like these people, like you've all seen how good they are on the uploads I do. They all make a mistake, and when they make a mistake you need to be ready to take it, like Legido did now when I accidentally moved one of my units too far forward and he got a really good rear charge. Anyway, thank you Legido for joining me on this, and
No,
hopefully
thanks for having me, guys.
yeah, like hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was, I'm trying to come up with stuff that I kind of ask myself, or we ask ourselves when we playing the game, like what would have been good for us to find on YouTube. And if you like it, leave a comment down below. If you have different ideas or stuff we could try, just you know, holler on Discord or leave a comment. If you do leave a like, or if you're new to the channel and you subscribe, it would really help. We're trying to get to 400 now, so that's pretty great. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there. Bye bye.